Okay, so what I wanted to do is make a video for those of you who are having trouble getting the connection right here, the connection tight between your handle and the inside of your side or end there of your box. So I want to try and get this connection to be tight like you see in the picture, and I don't want it to be like that. Okay? So here's what you can do. If you haven't glued it and you have a handle that has a radius corners like this, then I want to show you how you can get rid of that radius corner and make it square so that it will fit tight into your end. Okay? So I don't want it to look like this. So there shouldn't be that gap. So I'm going to show you, those of you who haven't glued it and those of you who have, how we can fix that. So the first thing is, if you haven't, you're going to get your clamp. In order to operate the clamp, you can always just press it forward. To move it back, you grab the stationary handle that doesn't move and you squeeze that back button there and you slide back. You can also then incrementally move it forward as you squeeze the handle. So you're going to clamp your piece down to a table. So I'm going to clamp it secure so I can keep my hands away from the saw blade, 3 inches away. You're going to unscrew your saw and make sure that you save both of the screw and this protective piece on your saw. Please don't lose those. We're going to go over that next week on what those are for. Okay? Then you're going to treat your saw like you would a piece of sandpaper. So initially what I told you guys to do is get your sandpaper and try and sand away this corner slowly. Okay? That's going to take a really long time. So what I want you to do instead is to use, one sec. Okay, you're going to use your saw, and what you're going to do is just take your saw and you're going to slowly pull back, removing that radius material. Okay, then I'm going to go this direction. I'm going to go this direction. Make sure I have it all removed. And now I'm going to do it to this side. Okay, and then I'm just going to touch it up. My sandpaper there. And my sandpaper there. So now, if you look, I have, those are square, not round. Okay? So now when I go to put this in, and I put this joint in, okay, right here, this should go in tight. Now if it's not, okay, so you can see I have just small little gaps. Again, we want that touching. Now it goes all the way tight. Okay? So that's what I want. That's how you're going to do it if you haven't glued it. Now if you have glued it, what you can do, and if your piece looks like this, okay, because you can't quite get the handle there, and what you can do is take your saw without taking it apart, and your saw blade will fit right in there. So I'm just going to cut away that part with the handle still in there so I don't have to take this thing apart that's already glued. And I'm just going to, now, did you see that? I almost just cut myself. Why? My hand's too close. So I'm going to pull away a little bit. If you can, clamp it down because your box should be down. So careful there. Then you're going to do the other side. Okay? And cut that away. Again, my hand shouldn't be there. And remove that material. Okay? So that's how you can get that handle tight. Obviously I didn't do that, but that's the technique that you're gonna do.